Hi everyone, this is our second English lesson of the week for Year 2. So yesterday we were looking at carrying on our fact files. So we wrote our paragraphs for what the food is like in the Dominican Republic. Now today we're going to do the same, but we're going to carry on and look at the weather in the Dominican Republic. So we're moving on to our final paragraph of our fact file. So I just want you to have a little think. What facts do you remember researching about the weather in the Dominican Republic? So do you remember maybe what the average temperature is like? What's the climate like throughout the year? Rainy seasons? Just have a little think. I'll put some pictures up on the screen to remind you. So we've got those pictures of the beaches that we had. Remember, we made those predictions about the guy wearing shorts. So what does that tell you that the weather might be like? Okay, so here are some facts that I had researched. We have the weather is usually sunny and warm all year round, 32 degrees on average. There are two seasons, one wet and one dry season. And the best time to visit the Dominican Republic is in December, January, February or March because it is drier and cooler. However, in the summer months it is the wet season, which means it's also very warm. So just like we did yesterday when we were writing our paragraph on the food in the Dominican Republic, we're going to use our Professor Know-It-All sentence stems so that we can construct them in full sentences and make them a little bit more interesting. So let me just remind you what those are. We have let me tell you about, scientists say, did you know, as a matter of fact, amazingly, interestingly, and unfortunately. So just like we did yesterday, we're going to put those sentence stems at the front of our facts. So here you can see I've taken the sentence stem, did you know? And I've written for my first fact of my paragraph, did you know the weather is usually sunny and warm all year round, 32 degrees on average. And here is another example I've put, surprisingly, the best time to visit the Dominican Republic is in December, January, February or March because it is drier and cooler. However, in the summer months, it is the wet season, which means it's also very warm. So you can see here how I've taken those sentence stems just like we did yesterday and put them at the front or at the start of those facts. And I've also made sure to use my commas to list the months. I've also included brackets in the first example to add that extra information of what the temperature was like on average. So maybe you can do the same when you're using your stems to write your facts that you researched. So now I'd like you to write your next paragraph on the weather for your fact file using these sentence stems to help you. So again, just make sure you're using those commas to separate facts or even using brackets and colons to add extra information. And try and use a range of these sentence stems so you're not repeating the same ones. So maybe think back to yesterday's learning. Which ones have you used a couple of times already? So maybe avoid using those ones again and choose ones that you haven't, just to avoid repetition and keep your writing interesting. So make sure you email myself and Miss Boyne. We'd love to see your fact files. Tweet us, share with us your learning on Zoom as well on our calls. And we'd love to read your fact files. Thank you, everyone.